Hi there, I'm Dr. Ashley Stokes, the Assistant Dean for Admissions and Student Services here at Colorado State University's College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. I'm really excited to be able to share this video with you to talk about the admissions process and some of those key things that we're really looking for in our applicants to build a fantastic class for our DVM program. First of all, this is a great place to be. Our DVM program in College of Veterinary Medicine is ranked number 3 across veterinary colleges across the U.S. It is a great program. We have fantastic faculty, staff, students, facilities, our caseload, and to be located here in Fort Collins, Colorado, it is a great place, and I'm really happy to be here. So looking at the class size that we have, we take in 138 students into our DVM program located here in Fort Collins. Now we also have a 2+2 program with the University of Alaska at Fairbanks that has an additional 10 students. So if we look at the makeup of our class, we have Colorado residents, we have our non-sponsored or out-of-state students, we also have our WICHE students, and then I mentioned the 10 that are part of the Alaska program. Now, this year we had about 1,600 applications, which is up from previous years, and we had some fantastic applications. Unfortunately, we can't take everyone. We have to narrow it down to our 138 and then our 10 for the Alaska program, and it's really hard to do because we have so many fantastic applications. Now, with that said, when we look at some of the things that really result in applications not being considered, I have to say that academics by far are the leading reason why we aren't able to take someone into our program. Whether this is the type of classes haven't been rigorous enough, or that the academic performance in classes just wasn't strong enough. If there are a lot of C's, especially D's or F, and especially if those are recently in the transcript, that is really hard for us to look at and feel confident that this applicant is going to be ready for the classes in the DVM program. So as you review your transcripts, really look at it from our perspective and see how well that you've done in the upper level science classes, how the course load's been, and what your academic performance really looks like to give us that confidence that you're really ready. Now we understand that some students also need to be able to work. We completely understand that, and we take that into consideration as well. So some of the things that we're looking for are going to be positive trends in grades. We like to see applications where the students' work and classes have been very consistent positively, or that there's been an upward trend in the grades to more positive grades. If we see a drop-off and it happens one time and you're able to explain that, we can take that into consideration at times. But if it's up and down and there's really not a consistent performance, then that is really difficult for our committee to evaluate. Now also, we want to make sure that our students are ready academically, but we want you to understand what the profession is about as well. So we're looking at things such as experience in the veterinary field, animal experience, employment experience from some of the skills that you learned during employment, also demonstrates fiscal responsibility. We like to see any research experience that you may have. Also, your involvement in the community, volunteerism, awards, honors, really kind of giving us this full picture of who you are. As veterinarians, we tend to be very engaged in our communities and various activities, and so we like to see all of these things about you and how you contribute in many different ways. We all contribute in different ways, and we're not all going to look the same. So there's really no perfect formula to give you for that application, because each of us really contributes to our communities and to our profession in a lot of different ways. Some other things, when you're considering the types of employment or experience that you're going to put down, things like owning a pet aren't going to really be indicative of responsibilities that you've had. So really focus on those things that you've established responsibility for If it's working with dogs, maybe it's with dog training rather than just owning a pet. Those are the kind of things that we really want to see. We also like to make sure that in your personal essay, make sure it's been proved and make sure it really hits those high points of what you want for our committee to know about you. So as you're formulating that personal essay, just make sure that those things really come across and they're very clear to us so that we get this great picture of really who you are. If it's not in your application, then we're not going to know what those things are about you. Now for the letters of reference, this next year we're going to be going back to the letters of reference that are part of the VMCAS application. In previous years we've used a different system and that's going to be going away, and we're going to be focusing on those letters through the VMCAS application. So make sure that you ask those letters and ask those people that'll serve as your references, ask them well in advance and let them really know what your goals are, and again, make sure they really know who you are. So again, that gives us a good picture of who you are, and so we can really learn more about you. Well, I hope this has been helpful. Again, it was really tough selection. We had so many fantastic applicants. We have a number of good resources on our website that hopefully can be helpful to you. And as we get closer to the application cycle, we have our email, we have our web address for more information that you can always consult. Thank you so much, and I hope that this has been helpful to you. And again, we're very proud of our DVM program at CSU, and we look forward to seeing you.